Mr. Culverhouse?
Yes, sir.
I'm Carl Sheffield.
Yes, sir. I know.
Thank you for coming down today.
Thought I had to.
I just want to ask you some questions. You understand I'm not a policeman?
Yes, sir. You're that girl's lawyer.
That's right. I'm appointed by the court to defend her.
Yes, sir.
Now, I need to hear some things from you, but you're not required to tell me anything that would incriminate you.
Nothing would.
Of course not. That's just something we say. Now then, what I would like to know is if you could tell me everything you remember on that night, the 12th. Now, I know it's difficult for you, but why don't you start by telling me what you and your girlfriend Carol were doing that night?
Oh, we was out walking.
To where?
Nowhere. We was just out. It's like, as I said before, and I feel real bad about this, but I didn't have a lot to offer Carol in the way of fun, being as we was flat busted, and I've been at work all day, and I know Carol was at home. She was in that trailer all day, and I know she wanted to go out and do something, but only I didn't have any money, so I said, well, let's go for a walk.
It was a nice evening.
Yeah, we like to go for walks down the road, looking for nuts and bolts and washers and things like that. You'd be surprised how many you find. They're usually pretty rusty, but you just clean them up and they're good as new if you just clean them up. Is that what you want to hear, really?
Yes.
Okay. So we was out walking on the road, and that girl pulled up and asked if we wanted a ride. Says she just moved here and didn't know anyone, and she was lonely, so we said okay.
Can you describe Mrs. Needham's appearance to me when you first saw her?
She looked okay.
She seemed clean, neat, trim.
Her hair was a little dirty.
Were there any visible bruises, scars,
None I seen.
maybe signs of a black eye?
She had circles under her eyes, like she hadn't been sleeping, but she seemed okay.
How long have you and Carol been living together?
8 or 9 months.
And I'm assuming she didn't work because she was retarded?
She wasn't retarded.
Oh, maybe I'm confused, but in the police report she is listed as retarded.
No way.
Perhaps they're mistaken.
She wasn't retarded. She was sweet. Maybe a little slow, but she wasn't retarded.
Then, when you told Mrs. Needham that she played pin the tail on the donkey by herself, you weren't intending to imply that she was retarded.
No.
You're just making conversation.
I don't know. I was just, Carol was in the back seat.
Okay.
She couldn't hear nothing. She was singing to herself.
All right then. That's fine. So, you and Carol have been living together for 8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
And you're currently employed at a machine shop?
It's a snapper dealership.
Snapper?
Lawnmowers. I fix lawnmowers.
Is that interesting work?
No.
So, Mrs. Needham pulled up and she asked if you wanted to go for a ride?
Yeah.
Would you ride around often with other people or friends?
No, sir.
But Carol would.
I don't follow.
According to Mrs. Needham, Carol told her that she'd ride around or get rides a lot.
Carol said that? When did she say that?
It's something that came up in Mrs. Needham's statement.
What did she say exactly?
Mrs. Needham related that Carol did not object to having, relations with Mr. Needham. That Carol would sometimes use sex as a way to get rides home.
Why would she say that?
It was She just said that Carol said that she had never done it. I mean, had sexual intercourse with you, but she had previously had numerous partners. I'm not sure what in context.
That man raped Carol!
Technically, if...
No, don't you mock me!
Believe me, I'm not.
That man raped Carol! And I took her into the woods. And they shot her. They shot her in the back of the head. And they left her there. They left her body in a stream. And I seen it, mister. I seen the body. And it was purple, okay? It was purple. Maybe she was retarded. So what? Does that make it okay?
I never meant to imply...
There was cracks in his skin. There was cracks in his skin and there was water leaking from the cracks.
I just have a few more questions, Mr. Culverhouse. While you were in the car with Mrs. Needham, did you make contact with Mr. Needham?
No, yes.
How?
He came in behind us and started talking to us over the radio.
What did he say?
He said, hey, y'all looking for something to do?
How did he address Mrs. Needham?
He pretended like he didn't know her.
And what did he say next?
He said, hey, y'all want to do some drinking? Y'all want to go to Atlanta? Hey, stuff like that.
And what happened?
Carol wanted to go. So I said, okay. And the girl told him, okay, over the radio.
Mrs. Needham seemed agitated at all?
How?
Frightened, nervous?
No, she didn't seem like nothing was wrong.
What happened next?
Well, he told us to pull down the side street road there, and we could talk about our plans. So we pulled down a dirt road not too far, and he pulled in behind us.
He was right behind you? Directly behind you?
He pulled up behind us as soon as we got in the car, and he pulled in behind us, and he got out of the car and started walking over to my side of the car, and I said, hey, and he said, hey, and we talked about what we wanted to do, and well, I had to take a whiz, so I excused myself and walked into the woods.
Had you been drinking?
No, sir, I'm a Christian.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. So you went off in the woods to relieve yourself?
Yeah, and when I was done, she was standing there in the road with a gun.
Did Mr. Needham have a gun as well?
Not I saw.
But Mrs. Needham did.
She had a big fucking gun.
All right.
And she pointed a gun at me and told me to start walking. And I could see behind her Carol and that man by the car. He was trying to put her into the car.
What do you mean putting her into the car? Was he shoving her, or pushing her?
No, they was just walking. You're trying to say it! You're trying to say she wanted to go with him!
No, I'm not.
Fuck you! No, I mean it! Fuck you!
All right then. What happened next?
I said, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing with my girlfriend? And she told me to shut up and start walking into the clearing a bit. And then she told me to stop. She shot me in the back. And I fell on my face.
And was there anything in Mrs. Needham's behavior, anything to make you think that she was that what she was doing because she was coerced? What she was doing against her will?
No.
Well, was there anything in Mrs. Needham's tone or manner that seemed threatening? It seemed to imply, I'm in charge here, I'm in control.
Mister, if it was anything, it was the opposite. She was into it. She was doing just what she wanted.
What makes you say that?
You could tell. She had a big old smile on her face.
But you said your back was to her.
I turned around one time and I seen it. She was smiling. After that, I could feel it.
And
No, I got nothing more to say.
But
No, this interview is over.
well, then I thank you for your time and your cooperation, Mr. Culverhouse. I will be asking you more questions in court, you know.
And I'll tell them the same as I told you. I hope they give her the chair.
We'll see about that.
How long you live in Alabama?
All my life.
And you know as well as I do that they'll give her the chair. Mister, I just want you to know that I never once asked Carol to sleep with me. I never once asked her because I loved her.
I'm sorry.
And give her the chair.
She's my client.
Give her the chair.
I wouldn't be much of a lawyer.
Give her the chair!